Thank you so much for coming here and for all that you've done for the Hudson River Valley and the Hudson River Valley Greenway. As the Congressman mentioned, the Hudson River School artists took a uniquely American approach to appreciating and depicting the landscape of the United States. It shaped our culture and our values as a nation, and inspired the first generation of environmentalists, Teddy Roosevelt, as the Congressman mentioned. But another part of the story that was written in the Hudson Valley was the story of environmentalism, with the fight to save Storm King Mountain, the advent of the environmental movement, giving standing to the average citizen to have a say in what happens in the environment around them, all started right here in the Hudson River Valley. The second generation of environmentalists led to the third generation of environmentalists, and a lot of them, and some of my Hudson Valley heroes are here today. Fran Dunwell is one of them, and certainly a lot more people in the audience today. There's too many to mention. We have inherited the legacy of the environmentalists, and we have inherited the legacy of Franny Reese and all of those that fought those battles in the 60s and the 70s. And one other environmentalist is taking the fight, and has taken the fight, to the New York State Assembly for many years, representing this beautiful area. And today, as the chair of the Assembly Standing Committee on Energy, he is working to help us to reduce our collective carbon footprint through innovative policy solutions. He's a self-professed former long-haired hippie who's reformed. Our Assemblyman, Kevin Cahill.
Careful what you say to Mark. Can I ask you to do me a huge favor? About 10 years ago, my now late mother-in-law had to get her first set of hearing aids. And she had to learn how to use those hearing aids. So one of the things we did is we would sit out on the back porch, and in total silence, I said, let's parse what we hear. So I'm going to ask you just to give me just a few seconds of your time to be silent and listen. The longer you listen and the deeper you listen, the more you hear. And what we just heard were birds chirping. If you listen carefully enough, you could hear waves brushing against the shore. But we also heard cars going up and down the road, a dog barking. There was all kinds of sounds in that just 15 seconds that we just spent in silence. And it was the coexistence of humankind and nature. And that is the definition of the Hudson River School. The coexistence of humankind and nature. There is no place that depicts that better than life on the Hudson River. And there is no group of people more than the Hudson River School who sent that message out to the world. We have in this painting next to us, this Tubby painting, beautiful, beautiful landscape. And by the way, I am so glad it wasn't a perfectly clear day, because clouds are an important part of our landscape. Look at Tubby's clouds. They have meaning and definition, and behind us you see others that have it. But you also see cottages, you also see signs of life, signs of human existence. That's really what the Hudson River School is all about. Now, Shane alluded to the fact that we've spent a lot of time in this park. I spend a lot of time in this park. I love this park. In fact, I invite you, I welcome you to my home today, because this is my home. This place is an amazing marvel, also an amalgamation of nature and humankind, because we stand, as Jane Keller just told me, about 80 feet lower than where this mountain used to exist. We're on the top of a quarry. This was a mountain that was mined to create, to take the limestone out to create the cement that built the United States of America. And in return, we were blessed with an amazing park. And what remains is an outstanding view, an amazing view. So when you stand here and you breathe in the sounds, also breathe in the sights. See what Tubby saw. See what Cole saw. See what the other artists saw in this river that brought life to this country. And remember that this place, this Hudson River, and this Hudson River School is what sent the message back to Europe that we are as good as you. We have culture too. We don't just have things that you can exploit and take home and go resell in your markets in Europe. We have culture. And if you want to take some of our culture back, by all means do. This trail is a great achievement. I've already been on the website a couple of times. I'm very grateful for Greg's picture of a modern day rendition of what Tubby probably saw. And I'm also grateful for those of you who are visiting this park for the very first time, and I urge you to discreetly tell your friends about it. I really don't want to be disturbed when I'm having my sandwich here and I'm the only one in the park, but if it's people who appreciate nature, then by all means be here. And let me close just by telling you that we hope to be inviting you back here soon when my good friend and visionary Steve Yarabek finishes what he's about to start here. We will do justice to this designation of number 10 on this trail, and we will make this a place that people will come back to time and again and be inspired, just as people have been for over 200 years, by the natural beauty of this area and the input that humankind has had here, proving we can do it right when we want to. Last thing I want to say, because heaven knows we've not had enough opportunities to thank this gentleman for all that he's done to bring a recognition to the Hudson Valley, to make, Mark introduced me as an environmentalist, I think of myself as a Hincheyist. What I learned from about the environment, I learned from my friend and leader, Maurice Hinchey. He was an environmentalist before that word was in the Webster Dictionary. He brought attention to our area. He made appreciation of the coexistence with nature a part of the way we run our governments. We owe him a debt that can never ever be repaid, but hopefully this is the reward for the good work that you've done. Your magnificent work on the Hudson River, your magnificent work in creating the Greenway. The Greenway Council was created by this man. Your amazing work in the designation of the heritage area, and your continued sensibility about the environment is one that inspires each and every one of us. And long after you are not our congressman, the impact of your work will be felt each and every single day. So if I can close on that, I'm very, very grateful, and I thank you for the opportunity for being here today.
Thank you very much, Assemblyman. Another hard act to follow.